So, just in case anybody gives a crap about, the not so gradual destruction of their country and their freedoms and rights and that kind of thing. And not to be hyperbolic, this is not politics. There has literally never been any person you've thought of as a conspiracy theorist who had anything in common with me in my perspective. Okay. This is about the very reason why America exists, and it is about a very realistic possibility for its complete destruction. And if I tagged you in this post and you got annoyed by it, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself. I've been on here putting myself out like meat on a hook, trying to gather evidence, data, see if I can analyze a pattern that can be provable, gathering evidence that proved Russia never surrendered in any way. The Cold War never stopped for them. We not only lowered our guard, but we built a highway straight to the enemy's fucking war games rooms. It's called the internet. And it has completely fucked over our entire society. Now, you know me. I'm not some old fuck that's like, oh, I hate the internet. I was one of the first people on the internet. Since 1998, I was working as a PC technician. And it was starting in this time period, I noticed, oh, there's some very Cold War-like shit going on. But I couldn't really tell who was behind it. And a large part of the reason I couldn't tell who was behind it is because of the assumption of American laziness and lack of initiative when it comes to investigating things. That's why people roll their eyes at me, because they think, oh, what the fuck business does he have doing thinking he knows anything? What business does he have doing investigating anything? Well, I know just statistically I'm more intelligent than most reporters, government officials, scientists, most people in general. Okay. And that's just, an objective analysis based upon my performance in school. And if you can't determine your own intelligence by that, I don't know what the fuck kind of self-delusioning world that you live in, where you have to pat yourself on the back for every little accomplishment. But meanwhile, in the real world, I've been focusing on survival. Okay? Something that most people don't think about, something they take for granted completely. Kind of like the military superiority of America. What military superiority? Would that be the nuclear bombs that Russia has 1,000 more of than we do? They literally have 2,500 to our 1,500. Okay. Would that be our Navy because we have aircraft carriers? Russia specializes in anti-aircraft missiles. They give them to Iran, they give them to North Korea, all those places that you're told not to like. The Republicans don't seem to be able to connect to the place that supplies them. They have just as many ships as we do that are functioning ballistic missile type anti-aircraft capable ships. And they also have allies, if you haven't noticed, like North Korea, for instance. Imagine how bad it would be with North Korea. Now imagine how it would be with Russia. Now imagine both of them. And Iran. And Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and a flipped Afghanistan, and probably a flipped Pakistan, taking care of India for the Chinese, or with the Chinese. It's right around the corner. And all of you are just sleeping. You know, I know ignoring and scoffing and rolling your eyes at me makes it easier for you to go about your daily lives. But understand that it's a rationalization based upon guilt of complacency. You know you should have been more vigilant for most of your life. You know you dropped your guard. But what you need to really admit to yourself and come to know is how many times I've tried to tell you what's happening now was going to come. And I told you exactly why. I told you exactly how. I literally couldn't do more to take your little fucking hands and guide you to the information that you need to know to save your own lives and protect your children. If you're not interested in what I have to say, you're not interested in the lives of your children. Do you understand that? So, forgive me for being concerned enough to do this for you. But now that I have results, it's about time everybody realized what's been happening to this country before it all gets fucking lit up by the problems that still exist because people are ignoring what I say about it. And that's because right now it's up to Intel Select Subcommittees and the FBI. And the American people, by and large, couldn't give a fuck that their country was invaded. Before I get into what I'm going to get into, you're familiar with 9/11 conspiracies? I'm not a 9/11 conspiracy theorist. I never thought it was going to be a thing where you go and say, the government was behind 9/11. Release the truth, government. I knew something was up. I reported the discrepancies in facts. Somebody is not telling the truth. I don't say the government. The government is comprised of individuals. Groups of those individuals conspire. The entire government does not conspire. The easiest way to keep a secret between two people is if one of them is dead, okay? And if you don't recall, the lawyer that W would have turned to if he realized like something was up. If W realized that he had been inadvertently used in some sort of a conspiracy, he would have confided in his father's friend and a longtime family lawyer, um, the guy who got shot in the face by Dick Cheney. Yeah, that's it. And that's why. Oh, but it was just an accident. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't see your face there. Thought it was a bird. He must have like flappy ears or something. Really? Well, fancy shit. Saturday, tagged people who were online, saw them online. Not even a viewer? Still says no viewers. Not that I trust that, but just very interesting how easy it is for random people with absolutely nothing to say to get like 15 fucking viewers, and just people from all over the world at random watching people just because they're fucking just because they're broadcasting. Me, not so much. I guess the information I have is too important, so nobody's interested in it. And you know how, on the other side of that, when somebody is, just a raving crazy person, how that never gains any interest. Nobody's ever fascinated by a babbling idiot. I've been fascinated by a few babbling idiots before. I mean, hell, you just got one as president, kind of. Like, seriously, the worst things that could be said about me, even though they're wrong, they're correct when describing Donald Trump. A lot of people are failing to realize that the cute little trend of how to Spartan narcissist documentary things, those were tips for trolls on character assassination techniques. They don't work on me. But for the same reason why my legitimacy didn't allow me to go viral in any way. Well, I got viral and then it ticked off. I got viral and then it ticked off. Viral, drop. Viral, drop. That's what my videos look. I'm about to show you. But then the person who, any unredeemable accusation you can make about me, anything you can hate about me, say that you hate about me, it's actually true about this fucker, and he's now in the White House, or, when he's not busy playing golf. So what I'm expected to believe is that everything I said is just unappealing to anyone. Everything I say is just so unappealing to everyone. Even though it's the single path towards unity and peace for all civilizations. But Donald Trump, supposedly, he wins an election. You know how many millions of Donald Trump's followers on Twitter are fake Twitter followers? They're just fake bots. There's this fake bandwagon approach. And it happens here on YouTube, too. It's how those weird documentaries all get promoted. There's bots. It used to be done with like a room full of fucking computers and playlist manipulation. Just set up a bunch of fucking computers in one room. Even better, set up a bunch of virtual machines on one powerful computer, or several virtual machines on several powerful computers. Create playlists of your videos and some videos from friendly channels that are related. Put some random ones in there so it doesn't flag YouTube's little AI thing. And they're all very familiar with YouTube's AI. And then you got yourself some untraceable free views. And in fact, it seems to me that they have refined this process so much that there are, just like the troll workshops, there are fake view workshops out there. YouTube seems to have no interest in correcting this problem. You can just Google it, and you can find places where you can buy fake views, fake likes, fake subscribers. Again, I say you can Google it. Anyways, let me get the screen share going here. That's gonna freak out for a second, and then here we go. Now, right now, I'm looking at lifetime comments. It's very interesting. I'm guessing that counts for all the live streams I was doing. And live streams usually help your channel go kind of viral. You know, like it helps you. It's supposed to, by all, you know, reasonable academic approaches to construction of search algorithms and trending recommendation algorithms. Lots of comments. That's one of the main things that puts you in a recommended status. Go back one. See, in February 2016 is when the actions taken by people later to be associated with the Trump campaign started to be investigated by Russia. And if you notice on this watch time and view thing, and we'll get some scripts trying to stop me from loading this stuff here in a second. And if not, I've already documented them, so I don't need them on here. So here we have my over 1 million views finally showing on my AdSense. Interestingly enough, AdSense is supposed to show less views than YouTube. My AdSense shows, well, I gotta pull it up on my phone right quick. It's the easiest way. Well, I could theoretically log in here and then go back to this screen. Page views. Lifetime. 1,227,869. That's from June 2015 to October 2017. And as you can see from the screen in front of you, my channel was live in March 26th, 2015, after I attempted to start it about February, mid-February, February 15th, somewhere around there. So, if we look at the screen's changed from the other. It's not fucking showing to me. Fine, is it? If we look at the time period of the beginning of the investigation to the point when Donald Trump won the primary and shit. How convenient. It's just not working now. Come on, zoom in, you fucker. Maybe you can do bars for me. That's it? That's all you're going to do? Really? Oh, this was working before I started the broadcast. Well played, Google. Well played. All right. Gotta be something else I can do here. Let's go first 365 days. Let's see if that gives me anything discernible. But if it's not going to show the main fucking graph, then they're just kind of fucking my broadcast up, aren't they? This line, the line that's supposed to be in this main part of the screen, that was showing up a little while ago. Those big spikes that you're seeing that are making the rest of it all kind of a low bumpy line, those are, I think, like 28,000 views in a day. Separate. Oh, man. This is really not fucking helpful. I mean, I was just in this screen and it was showing it. Now that I'm broadcasting, it's not fucking showing it. Like, what the fuck is this supposed to be? There, I got some lines. All right. Where are we at? We're in another little slew of upticks. See, it's generally speaking on most people's YouTube channel an upward trending line. Okay. Now, as you can see, what I have are spikes in views, followed by greatly diminished views. Now, there is no, oh, people just hate what they're seeing, and then suddenly nobody watches the videos anymore. There is comments, there are comments, and how many people rate it, whether thumbs up or thumbs down. There is watch time, how much of the video people are actually completing, and these are basically things to see if real people are watching these videos. That's all it's really concerned about, is if a real person is watching, because that's what makes money. Okay, and it doesn't matter what the content is. If real people are watching it, an advertiser is going to get revenue from it. Advertisers generally aren't very specific about the content that they want. They just simply don't want, like, jihadists and neo-Nazis. That's pretty much the fucking line. So here you have the time period where I was reporting on Russia, on their involvement, shit that was actually going on behind the scenes. I was predictively reporting it, even. I was saying, this is what they're going to do. And then when it happened, I said, look, they've done it. And I would make a video that would get a lot of views. And basically, the better my videos were, the less views I got. I'd get a lot of views, and then it'd go down. And I'd get a lot of views, and I'd be like, finally, I'm going viral. And then it's going down. A lot of times it would matter whether or not I shared that video with certain people. Now, if you go to here, this is very interesting. My channel is preemptively suppressed because I am trying to warn conservatives about Russian propaganda. And you can see at a certain point, I had a successful video to launch. This was a video that was relevant to what people were focused on, and it was basically something that they could not stop from going viral. And you would think that I'm the one guy that was right about all the shit that people are finally coming to learn about now, and that I am a person who has weird theories, granted, but I'm not an extremist, and I don't use rhetoric and bullshit to divide people. I think people can generally easily tell that I'm doing this from a genuine point of view. But that's just not gotten me anywhere. Now, before this happened, all these views were all plummeted. And at that low line before this viral spike. Oh wait, I'm going to continue that in a second. I have to let you look at infinity for a second while I car unloaded outside. 1 second, please. All right, so we're back-ish. I had to give you the Matrix view to mute the microphone. Otherwise, there would just been a bunch of fucking noise.
I'm sorry. Hurts me a lot. Cause the panic attack.
Anyways. During this period, let's see, I'm not. When was the primary? When did they announce Donald Trump was the winner?
Like September last year or something.
It was August 20th. July 19th. And I was fucking dumbfounded. Because I really didn't think people were as fucking stupid as they turned out to be. Now, you see, Manafort, he played a very Yankovic-style operation in the primaries. And they literally had paid voters. And I was reporting on a lot of different interesting things. And then I made a couple of videos where I summoned a massive storm. And that storm, covering that storm, as it flooded my entire area. That's what got these, that looks like 37,000 views in a day. And there were people catching on to impending World War III possibilities. There were people catching on to Trump and Russia. There were people catching on to Trump possibly being the fucking Antichrist. Trump possibly destroying America. Trump representing the failures and hypocrisy of American Christendom. And that's what this channel was about. But as you can see, all these new viral videos showing live perspective of this storm and even giving mystical, interesting reasons to why it was happening. And by the way, video, if you haven't seen my videos, video of my clear and consistent ability to influence the weather in many different ways. Wind, rain, lightning, thunder. Oh, it's all just fun stuff to me. That's because God kind of had me on a mission to wake people up. But the devil, the devil runs Russia. And Russia has influence over a lot of things. I find it very funny that Christians want to think of the devil as a god while thinking of their God as a man. But the devil's just a man that gets reincarnated like any other man. His current name is Vladimir Vladimirovich. His title is Putin. Oh, that's too far. Let me go here. Now here we go from this time period where Rachel Maddow's televised views are starting to go through the roof. And I am sort of a bridging subject between YouTube conspiracy, which gets tons of views, millions and millions of views every day for all kinds of different conspiracies, and I try to address all those conspiracies, make sense of them all, and show how they are Russian propaganda. Meanwhile, Rachel Maddow, beginning to expose the Russian efforts to usurp our democracy, her views are just booming. I'm not talking about YouTube. They were suppressing her YouTube channel, obviously. But man, she's at the top of the ratings game, isn't she? And this is the time period in which she climbed to the top of the ratings game. Now look here. See the little spikes? See that spike right there? Look at that. Election day. Little spike. Once again, not allowed to go viral. People who have been watching my channel, like kind of the hardcore viewer base that I've earned, they started watching more and more. Holy crap, this really happened. He was right. I tried to be optimistic. I tried to cheerlead, thinking I had some American viewers, tried to get people out to vote and stuff. But I said, yeah, Donald Trump says it's going to be rigged because he knows for a fact that it is. It's rigged for him. Now, as much as people should have suddenly acknowledged me and started viewing my channel at that point, then the real story started coming in. Conveniently, after the inauguration, people started to really understand, oh yeah, Russia. And that was the last time my most popular video had a spike in views. That is the I tried to debunk flat earth and failed. It's about Russia, people. America is in danger. Odd spike to 7,500 views and then plummeting back down to 2,500. And then an effort on my part to try to get it to recover by increasing the frequency of uploads and stuff like that. And I think this is the time where I started trying to go live stream. No, you lose. Sorry. Just because you were right about everything. Just because you have fucking fish tanks and music and occasionally jokes. Occasionally jokes. And kind of the one consistent story that explains all of the weird shit that happens. Nope. Viral you must not be. Your channel must continue to be suppressed. Here we are now. And period in which I was just trying to live stream and live stream and live stream. And it seemed the more I was proven right by the Rachel Maddow show, which was kicking fucking Bill O'Reilly's ass in the ratings. I mean, Rachel Maddow was just getting tons of ratings. And I'm literally the only person who the conservatives, who the internet conspiracy theorists could turn to possibly make sense out of everything. Literally the one person who has made sense out of everything. And I do mean everything. And right as I'm starting to succeed again, then I get copyright flags for videos that 10 people have copies of on YouTube. They're still up. Mine aren't. They're still monetized. Mine aren't. Now, some interesting things, I think anyways, that I wanted to go and view if I can get back home here. Let's see. Back to analytics. Yeah. As far as the, oh, just nobody likes my videos, look at the ratio of likes to dislikes. Fortunately for me, I don't have a lot of real people allowed to make the decisions about my videos. It's either Russian agents who work at YouTube, or it's Russian bots spamming and flagging. Now, this is interesting. Dislikes. Look at this. 87 dislikes in one day.
How do you get
And
negative
it's-
4 likes?
No, and look at this. Yeah, well, yeah, because they drop the likes. They just drop likes off. Remember, we've already proven that. So I had 4 likes that just disappeared that day. And look at this. Read those titles. get the general idea of what each of those videos is about. Does that make me seem like a jihadist or a neo-Nazi?
No.
Notice, it's not that somebody, there's a video that suddenly went viral and there's a lot of people disliking that. No, it's one troll bot has gone and fucking disliked from 2 accounts many different videos. And by the way, if you can't tell just from knowing me and how many gay friends I have, the whole "why does God let gay people exist?" It's in quotation marks for a reason, because I think it's fucking stupid that people hate gay people. But anyway, it's a very deep lecture on philosophical constructs that disable phobias. But you can see this right here. This right here is absolute proof that troll bots are causing my channel to get shut down. And these are these fuckers that harass me in the chat rooms too, by the way. Okay. So let's see if we can find similar effects on these other spikes. Now again, this recently, this coincides with my channel being disabled. I am unable to live stream right now. I'll go ahead and prove that to you in a second. Here's the day with 31 dislikes. Do we think it's going to be one video like it should be? If you had like an increase in views on one video and you had a bunch of dislikes on that one video, do you think it's going to be a bunch of videos with 2 likes, 2 dislikes?
A bunch of videos with 2 dislikes.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Oh, look at that. What, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Just done. Trolled. And went and disliked all these fucking videos in one day.
Wow.
Like those have disappeared or something. That's weird. Why are they showing up in this list, but it shows up as 0?
Negative 128 likes. That doesn't equate to a dislike. I don't understand.
Like, what the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck is really likes -1?
Again, what does that even
You get
mean?
a negative like? That's not a trending line. This is not showing trending. This is not percentage of the whole. This is not the growth between. This is the number of the fucking likes and dislikes. It's showing -1 on every single video that fucking tells the truth. Look at that. There's 154. 154 of them with negative likes on them. That's on August 14th, 2017. I think that was the one of the first times I got the copyright strike crap. And stop the script. There it is. I wonder how long it was going to take them to try scripting. Oh. I see. They put it in that one. That's why it started working again earlier when I hit refresh. Alright, let me see this. Fucking weird downward spike right here. So I have negative likes. Explain that, fucking Google. How does your fucking program even allow that shit? Negative likes. What the fuck? Negative 192. Oh, I was sure all the dislikes were going to be on different videos. Negative 192 likes. How is Russia able to give me negative likes, YouTube?
How does anybody get that?
That's the nail in the fucking coffin right there.
Either you have a like or
it's over. It's over. Okay.
It's either you have a like or you have a dislike. How do you have a negative like? It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Just, I have no words.
It's exactly what we think it is, and there's no other explanation for it.
This white girl can't even.
Boom. Fucking hook, line, and sinker. Alright, so now let me just... I think I've shown enough on the fucking analytics side. Here's my channel. Okay. Partner verified. 0 copyright strikes. 0 community guideline strikes. Live streaming disabled. Your ability to live stream has been revoked. Learn more. My live stream is blocked globally. I have no copyright takedowns. I have no community guideline strikes. I have copyrights in dispute, which are going to expire because they always do this to me. They'll flag something for copyright. I appeal it, and it takes 30 days for them to have... They have 30 days to fucking respond, and then they just don't respond. And then it just... You know, it stays demonetized, but it's allowed to stay on my channel. And no one ever sees it again. It never again has another view unless I go and watch it. Now, what I have in dispute is very simple. It's Rachel Maddow footage. Plain and simple. It's Rachel Maddow footage that wasn't even taken from MSNBC's channel. It was done by one of the many other uploaders, which I have also verified that at least one of them is using a Cyrillic interface, which means Russian language interface. Let's see if you just come over here and I can pull up and arrange them. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Let's see, look at all my limited no ad videos. Limited no ads. And there's the video proof right there. Russia prioritizes streaming for Russian, blocks America. They're literally streaming the same shit that I was doing commentary on. I wasn't just streaming it. It wasn't like the whole video was even filled up with that screen. I had a window that we were watching Rachel Maddow while we were chatting about it, and I was commenting on it. It's called fair use. They're not making fair use, and they're allowed to stay up. I am making fair use. And I get my live stream disabled. My everything's suppressed. Resistance founder, Trump Russia into the USA. Jesus warned. Trump Russia. America was invaded by Russia. I think we were talking politics in the background with that one. Blocked worldwide. Look at that. Look at that. For 4 minutes of content. This was a really good video too. Let's go ahead and CBS CID. Not the channel that actually posted this video, which according to the publicly disclosed function of the copyright algorithm, it should automatically notify the channel that uploaded this, and they should have the right to make this claim against me. They also at one point had an option to remove certain parts of the video, which I would have been more than happy to remove. 4 minutes of a fucking 2-hour long video. This has a musical introduction and everything. That's fucking bullshit.
Right.
Oh yeah, you can have my address. Sure. Come and fucking see me anytime. I'm doing that bullshit on here though. And it's totally bullshit that they're sitting there asking me for all this. Huh. So it seems like they're trying to make me fear being sued and trying to dissuade me from fucking. Go ahead and send me something. Go ahead and send me something. I'm not beyond stocking a P.O. box. Okay? I don't even believe that that's really CBS doing that. And that right there is what really pisses me off about it. They've given me negative. That to me is amazing. I'm aware there may be adverse legal consequences if I make a false allegation. And there's going to be adverse physical consequences for you motherfuckers. Don't make me snap my fucking fingers, mortals. There may be adverse legal consequences if I make false allegation through this process. I understand that the personal contact information I provided above will be shared with the claimant and consent to this disclosure. Yep. You're going to explain that to Congress, Google. Have fun with that. Smile. You're on candid camera. Look at this. If you're wrong about your fair use claim for a fucking news clip, they can ask to delete my video, and then I'll end up with a copyright strike. Oh yeah, I'm doing this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, angels and demons, and various other fictional characters. And, of course, NPCs. Today, I'm going to start by talking about this little image here, which I find both fascinating and amusing. For a lot of reasons. Well, all right, so let's see what you claiming, dog. Two hours. Being aware of a few little things about reality and saying, oh, this guy's kind of weird, but still being willing to listen. But to sit there and hold on to the obvious self-contradictory brainwashing that is what? Hey, James. Sense these days. It's pathetic. No sign of Max. And here's where it got you. So, it appears as though it's a video about Russian intelligence and white supremacy, eh? Who'd have thunk it? No, I'm right about this CBS CSID thing. That's not CBS. I'm not sending them my fucking address. I am, however, going to start looking for theirs.
Wait till I get to work.
Yes, and I have ways. You know, my wife done skip tracing. And I've been an IT guru for 30 fucking years.
Your wife happens to be very, very skillful at skip tracing as well.
Yeah.
Not to toot my own
This
horn.
shit's going to Congress. And no, to answer your question, no, algorithmically, mathematically, a negative like cannot mean a like disappearing. A like disappearing is just a like is there and then it isn't.
Counts
A
one
negative like should not be possible and can only be possible if YouTube is colluding with Russia. They have completely, purposely manipulated their programming to suppress people like me. Is that coffee just really weak? What the hell? Can you put a little more sugar in it? Something. Nothing like disappointing coffee. It's, yeah, disappointing. So, my analytics seem to be proved that YouTube's being assholes.
That's not
But what I really want to know is, can I first I want to take some more stills of this to show exactly what it is here. Skip all the way to the part that's showing. And I'm going to make a documentation. All right, good afternoon, and welcome to the Lost Begotten channel, where we are flagged by a channel that is not CBS News called CBS CID, which actually is not a fucking channel. And they have now asked me for my home address and want me to give to this channel that is not CBS, that has flagged my channel for the following copyrighted material. Hate Rising White Supremacy in America, which basically proves a lot of what I've been talking about, the main idea of what I've been talking about on this channel. And it's about how Russia has been targeting white supremacist groups. And that's it. If you look at the timestamp, I'm just going to try to get the timestamp on the screen. The claim against my video was from 1 minute 56 and change. And there it is, starting right there to 2 minutes. So I'm going to forward it to 2 minutes, looking only at the numbers. And that's it. 201, it goes to some RT footage that they can use, but I can't use their footage. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. So here you see your video has been blocked. Sound of silence. It was a very good video. Audio visual content play match 156 to 252. Right when that RT thing popped up. If I click appeal dispute, first they threatened me there. Then they asked me for my full information, contact information. That's all fine and good. I'd be more than happy to tell them all that. And then they threaten me again. There may be adverse legal consequences if I make a false allegation through this process. It seems like they tailored that message just to me. And other people, I'm sure, complaining about their channels being suppressed for reasons which do not elude me. So, in addition to that, we found something else very interesting earlier that I wanted to go ahead and document before I run out of SD space. That's on the analytics, something that is absolutely impossible. Trolls have hit up my videos. Russian trolls have hit up my videos and gone and went 2 dislikes on like 100 different videos in one day. Okay. But in addition to that, on those videos where the Russian trolls hit, there's this thing that should not exist called apparently a negative like. And apparently some internet users can bend their thumbs down further than others or something like that. Here we have 192 negative likes in one day. Okay, this is not a loss of likes. That's not what this is showing. This is not a trending line. This is a count. Okay. No, I'm not mistaken about that. This is a negative like given to 200 different videos. Some of those videos had enough likes on them to where it canceled out. Some of them didn't. But there were negative likes given to 200 videos, totaling in a net dislike count against my channel of 192 likes in one day. Negative. 192 negative likes. So this is going to be put on several forms of media and sent to several places, including the House Intel Subcommittee. Have a nice day, Google. Did it ever occur to you fucking people that I act crazy so that you underestimate me? And because I find it terribly fucking amusing, but you know. Anyways. So, questions or comments, James and Paul, if y'all are still here.
I don't think I've ever in my
done
life
with that,
looked more forward to a Monday than I do right now.
right? Yeah, we're gonna be paying money to ship this shit out. In fact, I almost want to go buy some more zip drives. Speaking of which, can anybody who's willing to help fund this shipping process, please donate to the channel? And I'm talking to the previous donors at TheLostBegotten. And that's, of course, TheLostBegotten at Gmail for the send to account for PayPal. Really appreciate it. We were struggling all week long, and it's definitely been getting repetitive where we start kind of running out of food before fucking payday around here. So spending extra money to ship this shit out, we need a little help. So if y'all can send like $10, $20, pull together, make 50. I need to get this shit pretty much overnight.
This is
at least one of the locations it needs to be overnighted to.
This is one of those time sensitive things.
Yeah.
That we didn't find out about until after the post office closed yesterday.
Yeah.
Because the information is needed for Wednesday.
Anyways.
Anyway, pick up a couple more flash drives for you if you'd like.
If you can find a really good price on some. Otherwise, we'll make do with what we have, and we can always send out more information later.
Well, I do have to go into the city, so chances are I'll find a good deal on there.
Anyways. So, I guess that's all I need to show. I had found a more, what's fascinating to me is I just found and photographed a more significant drop around that February 2016 time frame. But then it didn't look like it showed up when we went back to it. But still found a lot of very odd drops. I'd imagine that's not what most people's analytics look like, especially when they put forth as much effort as I have into improving this channel. As I have improved this channel, as I have improved, well, my channel, the Lost Begotten channel, not this channel. As I have improved my channel, the viewers have gone down. Gained more subscribers, still the viewers have gone down.
Yeah, that's also kind of fascinating.
Oh yeah, they're fake
subscribers.
There's just fake subscribers out the ass. These troll accounts just have me suppressed. And YouTube is more than helpful in letting them do it.
In a sense, it's kind of awesome when you think about it, though, because even though you're being trolled, that's more views for you. You have to click.
Yeah,
you have to click on the video to be able to.
It kind of worked that way at first, but then they basically got with YouTube, and
yeah,
over and over again they showed that they are collusive with YouTube. they stopped the fucking donate button right after I finally said, please donate.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's verifiable.
And then they started that super chat thing. Can I just tell you what my thought on that super chat thing was? It's like a fucking, like, what is it? Remember the old...
Your
old,
opinion only matters if you got money, honey.
well, not only that, but it's like, do you remember back in the 90s when you used to make those phone calls to chat with the sex operators for like 99 cents a minute? Like, that's kind of what that reminded me of a little bit. Like...
All right, that's all for now.
Sorry.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Wait, kitten guys.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the Lost Begotten channel if you haven't already. Your life depends on it and whatnot. Blah blah blah. Peace.